guys, welcome back to Junior Church at Home. I hope you've had a great week. We're going to start this week by doing a little bit of recap. So I'm going to put some pictures up on the screen to help of some of the stories that we've looked at in John so far. So have a look at the pictures and chat to the people around you, see if you can remember what we've looked at over the last couple of months in John's Gospel. Great, so you need help remembering the first picture, the wine. We looked at Jesus turning water into wine. Then the second picture is of the temple, and we heard the story of Jesus clearing the temple courts. The third picture there is of Jesus and Nicodemus. So Nicodemus came to Jesus at night. They chatted. Jesus talked about being born again. Then the fourth picture is a baptism happening. So we read about John the Baptist testifying about Jesus, telling his disciples that Jesus was more important than he was. Then we've got a well. This was a couple of weeks ago. We looked at Jesus talking to the Samaritan woman at the well and offering her living water. And then the final picture is of some, I'm not actually sure what crop it is because I'm not looking at the picture as I'm talking, a crop ready to be harvested. And we heard the story, Jesus chatting to his disciples, talking about going and telling people about him, and that being like a harvest, doing the work with God of telling other people about Jesus. Great, so I hope you managed to get some of them. We're going to have a little look at some of last week's crafts and things you've been up to.
Around the world, all the boys and girls, people from every tribe and tongue, Jesus is the Lord. All around the world, all the boys and girls, people from every tribe and tongue, Jesus is the Lord of everyone.
Great, and a little update on challenges. Last week, the Nashers won with their harvest. Although they didn't actually harvest much of it, just took pictures of what they could harvest later. Johnny has requested that we have a leaderboard. So here is the leaderboard. There's only 4 families on it at the moment, and the Lees and the Nashes are at the top. So I think we could do with some more people getting involved and beating the vicar and the curate. So I have a question for you this week. I want to know, can you make something happen just by speaking? I wonder if you think you can. I'm going to have a little go, little experiment. So let's try. Clothes change. Wow, my clothes have changed. That was amazing. Obviously I can't actually make something like that happen just by speaking. Maybe you can make someone else do something by speaking if you tell them, but generally we can't make things happen just by speaking, unless you have Alexa, in which case you might be able to. But we're gonna have a look at today's story. We're finishing John chapter 4, so let's have a look. Two days later, Jesus left and went to Galilee. Jesus had said before that a prophet is not respected in his own country. When Jesus arrived in Galilee, the people there welcomed him. They had seen all the things he did at the Passover feast in Jerusalem. They had been at the Passover feast too. Jesus went to visit Cana in Galilee again. This is where Jesus had changed the water into wine. One of the king's important officers lived in the city of Capernaum. This man's son was sick. The man heard that Jesus had come from Judea and was now in Galilee. He went to Jesus and begged him to come to Capernaum and heal his son. His son was almost dead. Jesus said to him,
"You people must see signs and miracles before you will believe in me. Sir, come before my child dies. Go, your son will live."
The man believed what Jesus told him and went home. On the way, the man's servants came to meet him. They told him, "Your son is well."
Ah, what time did he start to get well?
The fever left him at about 1 o'clock. The father knew that 1 o'clock was the exact time that Jesus had said,
"Your son will live."
So the man and all the people of his house believed in Jesus. That was the second miracle that Jesus did after coming from Judea to Galilee. Great. So we see here that Jesus' words are really powerful. The royal official knew that Jesus was special, but he still thought that Jesus would have to come and see his son and put his hand on him in order to make him better. But he didn't. Jesus was, a few miles away, and he just said, "Your son will live." And immediately the boy got better. It's amazing. And last week we thought about the Samaritans. Now, they didn't see a miracle. Jesus didn't do a miracle there. But they heard about Jesus. They listened to Jesus' words. And they believed in him. And that's amazing. And actually, Jesus' words have so much power. Jesus' words have power to save us. His words saved the Samaritans. And the royal official in our story today, he listened. When Jesus said, "Go, your son will live," he listened to Jesus. He obeyed him and he went. And Jesus saved his son's life, but more importantly, him and his whole house believed in Jesus, so they were all also saved. I hope you have a lovely week, and I will see you all soon. Bye!
While we were his enemies, God showed us his love. God showed us his love. God showed us